Hi, this is Mohammed. Right now I'm going to explain Python deep learning ICP3. So my ICP partner is Yoma Desai. Okay, let me share my screen. So here I need to create two programs, the classes and objects, and the other is the web scraping. So what I'll be doing is, as per the requirement, here I need to create an employee class, and then I need to define a concept to initialize these variables. And then I need to create a class attribute and then one class attribute to get the number of employees. And then the child class is full time and part time. I need to create a method, raise method, and the salary should be implemented by 5%. Depending upon if it is a full time, the salary should be implemented 10%, and then part time, the salary should be implemented 5%. And then I had put three functions: pay, file, and is employed. And then I need to read this input file into a text. I need to read the data from the input.txt file. And then finally, I should write the output into output.txt file. In this the format. So in this format, I need to show the output. So at last, I need to print the total count of the employees, and then the average salary paid to full-time and part-time employees. So let's dive into the code. Mm. So this is the code. So first I had created the class employee, and then I defined a constructor to initialize this class variable. Then second step, I had created the one class attribute count employee to get the count employee at last. So when how many times the objects has been created, how many times the employee has objects has been created. So the salary, the count will be increased to 1. So I had implemented those things. And then next, for the third step, I need to create I need to create the full-time and part-time employees child classes. So here I had created. So I need to inherit the properties of the employee class to these child classes. So this is the thing I had done. And then again I need to define a function view rise. So here what it will be, if the employee is a full-time, his salary should be incremented to 10%. Similarly, for the part-time employee, his salary should be incremented by 5%. This has been implemented. And the next step is I need to create a three functions: pay, fire, is employed. So here for the pay function. So whenever the pay function is called, for each employee, their salary should be added to the total balance. So this is the thing I had done. And for the fire, so the action on the fire function should be like whenever the fire function is called for the particular employee, so he should be fired from the payroll, and his employee status is employed variable, like status should be false. And then the third one is employed, so it should return the employee status is employee. Then this curious method, yeah, I will be discussing later this one. So here what I'll be doing. So and then the next step is I need to read the input text file. So we need to read the input text file. So this is the function I use with open parameters, and within in reading mode, I was reading the entire input text file into this class. Sorry, into the variable file. So and by using a for loop and reiterating over this file. So here for so here the each line for the it will be assigned to the row. So okay, here it is iterating over this input file, right? So for the first time, so this will be row of 0, row of 1. So depending upon the index, I'll be assigning. I'll be creating I'll be calling the actions. Like here you can see, if row of 0 equal to new, so the and then row of my it will enters into the if statement. Then again, so if the row of -1, the last index, so if he's a full-time employee, so the child class, so the full-time child class full-time employee object has been created. So and then it will be appended to the employee list, the global variable here I had created. Okay, for similarly for the if he is a part-time, then the object has been created, object will be created, and it will be appended to this employee list. So like this, so here you can see the four objects has been created, and this employee list it will be having these 4 classes for up to this. And then here so if the keyword is raised, so here what it will be doing, so in the input file you can see for the raise keyword, this for this particular one the length is 2, and for this particular is the length is 3. So here you can see if the length is 3, if the length greater than 2, So we'll be directly calling this function. We'll be directly calling the give raise. Yeah, we'll be calling this direct give raise incremented. Yeah, give raise increment. If the see this the length equal to, then we'll be calling raise give raise increment from which I had created. So why I created, so for the here you can see, so this is the parameter was row of -1 5, whatever the if it is a 5% or 10%, it will be passed as a parameter. So and then this will be called. So here you can see, so they for each of a particular employee, his depending upon the parameter, so his salary will be incremented by 5% or 10%, and then this his salary would balance to his salary would balance to his salary would be added, and then if, for example, if the length is 2, so it will enter into the, so here you can see if the length is only 2, we are having the keyword and then id. So it enters into the else loop. So what here it will be doing, it will be calling the full time, it will calling the methods depending upon the like full time or part time. If it's a full time, so this function will be called here. So so if it's a full time, like 10% incremented to his salary, and if part time, 5% increment to his salary. And then the third function, the third keyword is pay. So here actually so here you can see, so whenever the keyword this pay will be keyword will be matched, so the pay function will be called for each employee. So it's taking over the file, right? So what it will be doing, so their salary should be added to the balance. So how many times it will call for each employee, it will be added. Similarly, for the file, I had implemented the code, so it will be called this function. So it will check whether it will check the employee list. So the global weight will be having the each employee ID, right? And then row of one is nothing but this particular ID, the file. So this particular ID will be called. So whenever it is met, it will enter into the if it will enter into this if condition, this function will be called. So as per the require, so and then it will be as per the requirement. Here you can see the values will be set. So he should be removed from the payroll, and then his employee status will be false, like that. So finally, what I will do, I need to write this output in a output.txt file. So this is the format. So in this format, I need to print my output. Okay, employee ID and then his current salary, not employed pay until date. Full is a full time or part time, and finally this count of employee, and then average salary paid to the full time and part time employee. So you can see. So similarly, similarly the function I used with open, starting with open, the same way. So but here the mode will be right. So the output file will be, yeah, file here I have taken the variable as file. So firstly, this output file will be empty whenever I had created. So I had created a variable and it should be empty. So I had created a variable, yeah, which will be discussed later here. And then here, so here you can see, by using the for loop and iterating over this employee list, I was creating the displaying the output in the similar fashion as in the assignment. So this employee status is shown here. Okay, let me tell you this thing. So first I need to show the for each employee, right? Employee name and then employee ID, employee department as shown in the employee name, ID, and then department, and then current salary. I need to show here. So here you can see. So by iterating over the employee list, for each employee, it will be shown like this: employee name, employee ID, employee department, and then easy employee status. So here you can see employee status. If it is true, so here you can see if he's employed, then we need to show the current salary. If he's not employed, like if his status, if his employee is false, then we need to show not employed with the company as per the requirement. So that was the thing I was implemented here. And then next one, if he's a full-time employee, I need to show if the employee ID is a full time, and to show his ID, and if it's a part time, I need to show his ID for the part time. So here you can see the question, like full time or part time. And then, so this is the thing I had implemented. And then finally, I need to show the count the number of employees, and then the average salary is paid to each employee, full time and the part time. So here you can see I was directly calling this employee.counter, employee variable. So instead of that, I can also do, we can also do like this. So by creating the method and returning this self.employee count, you can display this thing. This is the other method. And the similarly, okay, similarly for the, right now I need to show the average salaries paid for the full-time and part-time employee. So we had two approaches by defining the function. Okay, but when I was using the when I was using the function, I was getting some error, like unpacking objects cannot convert to it. So here I was getting that, but I had used another method, like whenever it is called, so whenever I was in for loop, it is iterating about the employee list. So depending upon the employee type, if it is a full time, so his count will be like this is a variable, full time count. His count will be incremented by 1, and then his salary will be so for all the full time employees. mm, so their salary should be added to the particular, in this particular variable average full time. So finally, what I'll be doing, I will be dividing this full average time by full time count. So this will be a count how many full time employees are there, like that. I will be using this function. I will be displaying the output. So finally, what I'll be doing, I will be, so whatever this is the output. So this will be this, in this output I will be having the data. So I'll be writing this to the output file. So when I will be executing, so here you can see. mm, hmm, output data. So here you can see this one, the format they said. So in similarly I had done, and then the total number of employees and the average salary paid, total number of employees 6. So the part-time average salary paid to full-time and the part-time. So here you can see, for example, take one for one employee. So raise 104. For the raise 104 employee, whenever the raise, his salary should be implemented, right? Let's see, 104. So here you can see his current salary, and then current salary is implemented. So as he's a full, as he's a, I guess he's a full-time employee, so that's why his salary will be incremented by 10%. Then pay on till date is 73,150. So how it comes to know? So 7 times it is called. So in the input file you can see it is called 7. The keyword is pay when it is a match, 7 when it is match. So 7 times the pay function will be called. So that's why 7 times the increment is happening. So here you can one more. For example, now 156. The on the employee 150, no action is performed. So his salary count will be 9,000 only. Like what I was trying to say is the 156, right? For the 190, sorry, 156. Yeah. 150. His current salary will be 9,000. Why means there is no keyword, no incremental on this ID. See, we had used raise keyword on 104 ID, number 104, not 190, 101, 188, but not on 156. So his current salary will be 9,000, but his payment will be like, his payment will be, his balance will be increased to, his balance will be increased. Why means here you can see 7 times it is called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's why each time like 9,000, 9,000, 9,700, 63,000. So here you can see the output. Finally, when his output, the pay on till date will be 63,000. So in this way, I displayed the output. And then let me show the second program. So web scraping. So here what I need to do, I had create simple program, including the wiki page. This is the link, and I need to print the title of the page and then the images of this page, and then link of these images. Okay, so let's dive into the code. So firstly, I had imported whatever the libraries required. I had imported this is the one, and then the most important library here will be the beautiful. So I was importing here. So this actually what here will be I was say I am creating a variable HTML. So this variable will be getting the request. This link will be stored in the HTML, and then finally this BS object. So I created the BS object, and that will be having the entire content of this link. So in this variable, it will be having the content. So when what I will be doing, I'll be printing. I'm printing the title of this page by using the bs object dot title dot string. And then next, the second step is like I need to print the image links. The function I use is find all. And then the third one is the third one I need to print the tags by iterating over the sources. So here you can see by using the for loop image in bs object dot find all image, I'll be printing the get source. So here in this similar so here I'll be printing the source links here. So right now I'll be executing this one. So here you can see this is my employee. This is the title of the page, and then this is the image link. So image links I will be using here. So this is one. So finally I will be printing all the source links here. This is the final step. Thank you.